to automobile photography, or do you do other types of photography as well?
I do both. Well, how I got into it was really like an accident. Like, I took it in school, but I didn't really take it serious. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of like stumbled across a camera, started throwing stuff up on YouTube, and it caught some traction. So I just started sticking with it from that point.
Right.
I do other type of photography, but it's more of a hassle dealing with people versus cars.
Right.
And I grew up like with a mechanic and stuff, so I always had a love with cars. So
right.
It kind of
How long have you been into photography?
About 10 years now.
10?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I was doing music videos and stuff like that, but people don't want to spend money, so we just go in a different direction.
Who you telling? People definitely don't want to spend money on anything these days.
For free.
Better say it louder for the people in the back. Because I swear, like, honestly, people really just don't want to. You dead right. People just don't want to.
So do what you love, and then you'll feel better about it, whether it's free or not at that point.
Right. Right. So my first question is, what made you, I think you kind of just answered this, but what made you be a car photographer versus any other type of photographer?
Yeah, it just, I like cars, and then the main reason for me in my city, I think that my city get overlooked. Mm-hmm. And I think it's a lot of cars in Savannah that people won't never get to see.
Right.
So I just felt like it was my job to put it out there for everybody else to see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good one. What's your favorite? What's your favorite event that you have attended?
CAD's event. I can't even remember the name of it. Street Beast.
Mm-hmm. All of them, or just one in particular, or
the last one?
Mm-hmm.
That was my favorite one.
Why?
Because it felt like an event, like an entire weekend of stuff to do. Like, it wasn't just one thing to do. Like with the extra party and that, with iguana and all that was just cool. It really felt like a culture type thing.
That's because it was Florida. Florida, stand up.
But I would put Stunt Fest right behind that, though.
Mm-hmm. Stunt Fest is always dope, too.
Yeah, it got the longevity, but I put it right behind it.
All right. Who or what inspired your movement?
I don't know necessarily who. I mean, I got people that I look up to as far as in it. Like Whips by Wade, Whip Addict, all of them really, like, I just see what they're doing, and it was like, I need to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Not to copy them, but, I mean, there's stuff here, and just no one can get to see it unless you bring it out to them.
Right. When you first started all those years ago, did you see it being where it is today?
Never. I mean, I used to sit down and look at the East Coast Rider DVDs and all that, like probably everybody else. But I never seen it getting to, it's pretty much international at this point.
Right. What do you prefer to attend? Car shows or races, or what's your preference?
I think the races are more fun. Mm-hmm. But it just depends. It depends on the time of the year for me. Like I'm not even particular to the type of cars. I'll go to tuner events. I don't care. I'm just like a car person. Mm-hmm. 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 What is your favorite?
My opinion is gonna be biased, but what is your favorite state to attend the events in?
I'm gonna have to. My opinion probably matches yours. I'm gonna have to say Florida.
Florida, stand up.
Because my first event in Florida was the Classic, and I've been hooked from then on. No, I lied. Daytona. Daytona, I lied.
So anywhere in Florida.
Yeah. My first event was probably Spring Break or whatever that was in Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
And without realizing, I realized I got a bunch of pictures of cars from those events. Like I said, I was going to do a Throwback Thursday and just throw all those pictures up.
Mm-hmm. How long ago was that?
Probably like 03, 04.
Wow.
And everybody was still doing the theme cars with the Frosted Flakes and the Captain Crunches.
Don't put those up.
I got a box full of that stuff.
We do not want to relive that time.
Well, it's good to see where you come from, though.
You're right. I got to give you that. He said, do you own a big wheel car or any fixed up car?
I'm working on something at the moment.
You care to tell us what?
Not really.
All right. We'll let you slide with that.
I might throw a sneak peek out there every now and then.
What is a fun
read
fact?
The context clues.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to start paying attention. He said someone just posted the Eminem car. Yeah, Murph still has the Eminem truck, and they about to start racing it. So yeah, that's still out there. What is a fun fact that your fans or followers would be surprised to know about you?
Probably the fact that I'm not specific to the type of car.
Mm-hmm.
I like any kind of car. I don't care what it is.
Any car?
Any car. Toyotas, I don't care. Big trucks, I like it all.
How do you manage photography and going to races and shows and your personal life?
It's hard. I don't know if I do a good job of managing it. It's stressful. It's stressful on other people because a lot of people don't understand it. So they just think it's toys and games, but it's much more serious to us than that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as manage it, I don't really think I manage it well. I just do it.
Some of the guys be like, man, I be about to get fired every day. My wife be about to fire me every day.
Yeah. What are you doing at 4 a.m. up looking at lives and stuff? You got to find out what's going on.
Man, listen, last night they kept going live. I kept saying I'm going to sleep.
It's hard.
2 o'clock, I was like, I gotta get off. I'm going to sleep.
It's hard. You hope they save it in case you miss most of it. But you end up sitting in the bed looking at lives at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
This is my WWE.
Right. People don't understand. For us, and maybe it's just me, but let me know if you agree. When it's not race season, I'm kind of sad.
Yeah.
Like
it's starting back up now, but it's nothing to do. But I mean, they're filling in the gaps. But I'm really waiting on the season to start back.
When it's not race season, I'm a little depressed. I don't know if that's normal, but I am.
I don't know. It might be. We probably breathing in too much racing fuel.
I definitely know I am. I can't listen. Racing, Flacco race, gave me. I was on life support.
When he almost crashed.
No. When the race came, we hadn't seen, we hadn't. You realize we hadn't been to no races since the Classic, and some people didn't go to the Classic. So them people, I needed an oxygen tank. I was really on life support. And then my record was about to be shattered. I hadn't lost a bet. My record was about to be shattered. I hadn't lost any major money. I stand on the sidelines and bet with them people that I don't know the cars, and I might bet $5 or $10. But I hadn't lost a major bet. And for some reason, I thought that car on 30s didn't have enough for Turbo Joe. Well, when that motherfucker took off.
Man, that car holding ass. Especially on 30s.
When the car took off, I said, oh, I done lost my money. And God threw me a Hail Mary and made Low. But I wasn't worried about losing my money at the time when Low started spinning. I was worried about Low being okay. And then after when the car stopped and Low jumped out and everybody was like all happy because it got so quiet. It seemed like you can hear a pin drop out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Low got out and he was okay and I was, all happy. And then I was extra happy because I realized I won.
I tell you what, if you don't respect Low, you got to respect Low after that race. That boy drove that car.
He definitely did. He definitely did. And I hear people say it wasn't just him. It was, it wasn't him. It was God. Okay, but a lesser driver like me. First thing is, I probably wouldn't have did what he did. I don't know what he did in there, but I'm gonna tell you what they would have had to do when I got out the car. They would have had to disinfect the car because there would have been feces and urine everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I would have panicked.
So they would have had to put a tent over the car and disinfect the car because it was over.
So they would have had to pull it off the wall first because I would have hit the wall.
Yeah. That's one of those moments, and that's a good transition. What's one of the most amazing moments that you've either been able to capture or been present for at a race?
It was kind of like the same thing when the shit car wrecked.
Okay.
When he was racing Bruce.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
But to see the driver come out unscathed after a hit like that, that was cool.
Yes. Mhm. That was an amazing moment. I'm gonna tell you an amazing moment for me that didn't involve a crash, but it was just like, oh man. Remember when Macho did that 3-wheel motion?
Oh yeah. And then he kept doing them after that.
I was amazed.
Yeah, that car hauling ass. But that's what I tell everybody. I said I don't really bet too much, but I tell you, don't bet against Hollywood Camp. Mm-hmm. That's what I tell everybody. Don't bet against Hollywood Camp.
That's a good transition because I was just going to ask, do you have a favorite camp or car?
Anything out of Hollywood Camp, I feel like is a winner. And I don't know if it's because he's faster, but he jump out on your ass so fast that you playing catch up for the remainder of the race.
Right.
His first 60 feet, he's so far in front of you that it don't matter at that point.
Well, I think a lot of times what people have to realize is Hollywood eat, sleep, breathe racing. They got a car for they got an F body, a G body, a couple dunks. Like they got a car for every class of cars.
Yeah.
So, and it'd be at the track. Like when everybody else out partying, no, you can find them at the track.
And that's the difference. Because
right.
He hook it. Right. All his cars
definitely
hook it.
Is. Definitely. Where do you see your brand in 5 years?
Hopefully bigger. Like I haven't tried to do no merch or nothing like that. I got a YouTube, but I don't really post on there. So I'm going to start back posting on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it can just grow because I want to bring people along. And I want to get out more. I want to get on the West Coast to see what's out there.
Right. So tell people what your YouTube is, and if do you have merch that they can buy, and what?
I don't have merch right now. I haven't gotten into that yet. I mean, I had stuff for myself, but I haven't gotten into selling. I said I don't feel like I'm at the point where people are that interested in buying it. But my YouTube is saying Phat Whipz, and it'll pull up.
Is the link in your bio?
Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like for your fans or your followers to know about you?
I love my city.
Savannah?
I love Savannah. I love it.
How do you handle it when all those people be in your city at St. Patrick's Day? That's crazy.
I stay away because they'll make my people.
They're not car people, so you stay away.
Yeah, I stay away. We need to have a separate gathering for that.
I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead. I interrupted. What else did you want us to know about your brand and your city, and you as a brand?
This is a weird fact that I got about my city. Per capita, I ain't gonna say a fact, but per capita, we probably got this as many dunks as Miami. As far as being as small as we are, it's probably close to, with the size of the city, it's probably 60, 70 dunks in Savannah. On the way. Not all of them are out, but they're coming. And they're coming back to back.
So we're going to see it on your page?
Yeah.
You're going to do like a whole photo shoot, or you're going to do them separately? What can we expect on that?
I'm going to tag Savannah in it. When it's a Savannah car, it's hard to get everybody in Savannah together. It's hard. But they coming.
Look at Sleeves to my Miami.
Oh, yeah. I know Miami the king now. I'm saying per capita. I was clear on that part. Just for the amount of people we got. But it's strong here. But everybody's so quiet and out the way, it's hard to get them out the house.
Why do you think that is? Do you think... Because I'll speak on my city, right? We have a lot of dumps. I can go pull out on any given day 30 dumps. We have definitely more, but the problem is those cars, you have to babysit them. People are really trying to hurt you in some cases, especially in my city. I can speak for my city, to get those cars. So those guys, they hide their cars away and pull them out from time to time, and it's really hard on them when they just want to enjoy what they put together.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing here. Like you said, you got to babysit. Like, you can't really sit out and then on top of that, the police here don't respond like the police in Florida respond. Like how the culture more laid back down there. The police aggravating here, so people don't really pull their cars out. It's like they see those cars and they think it's automatically something going on, and they always get pulled over, all that. You
see Sleeve say, "Come on down, y'all. Everybody ride out."
Yeah,
that would be
coming. We coming.
So when do you think we can see some of those Savannah dunks at an event? We got coming up. Stunt Fest, Shut Up and Race. They probably don't race. They may just be riding around. They can bring them out to Stunt Fest.
It's a few of them that do race, and there's a few of them that, they want to race, but they haven't locked anything in yet. But, we'd probably be at Stunt Fest. That's why even for the Classic, a lot of them boys drove their cars down there. I posted a couple of videos on the highway. 95, the car's ready.
What is the motor of choice in your city? They LS in it, or they big blocking it, or what they doing?
LS. It's a few big blocks coming, but the majority is LS.
Why do you think so many people prefer to put an LS in their dump or in their big rim cars?
I think it's just easier to deal with. That big block, I mean, it's a lot of work. That LS, you put it in and you can go.
Sound like the one you building might have an LS, huh?
Huh?
Sound like the one you building might have an LS, huh?
Maybe.
You ain't gonna tell me, huh?
No, I signed an NDA. I signed an NDA, so.
All right. I'll fall for that, because I know when people ask me about my car, I don't tell, so I'll go for that. Say his boy down there, Ron, doing his thing with the LS. Is that the LS man in your city?
Yeah, he ain't playing. Mm-hmm.
It sounds like you know because your car there.
I couldn't tell you that much. And he racing on 30s in a box.
In a box?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Wonder if he'll race that dunk on 30s.
I don't know. He might not be ready for that one. That when I heard all that. I mean, he ain't spraying or nothing like that either, though.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of all motor. But there's a few cats that spraying. It's a G-Body coming from Savannah. And he said he want all the smoke.
Look at Jacoby. Am I putting a big block on LS? I'm putting a motor in there. I ain't going to tell you what kind. She say LS is slow.
Yeah. That's the G-Body I was talking about. He wanted.
Mm-hmm.
He ready.
Well,
no hood on it. He motor all out the hood. He ready.
I happen to know a couple of guys with G-Bodies that might, take him up on that.
He ready.
So is he just gonna run him, or he gonna pick his races, or what's up?
I don't know. Now you have to ask him that. I don't want to lie for him or lie on him.
Because I know a couple of guys in G-Bodies that's ready. See, I can't say nothing because I ain't got oil pressure, and I probably won't till 2025. So, listen, let me ask you a question about what you're building. I know you didn't talk about it, but just to ask you a question. So, it's not my first time building a car, but it's my first time doing it on my own. Do you think built is better than bought?
I don't really have a preference. Like, I mean, some people say that and you know what you got, but some people rather buy it and then you eliminated all the hassles of going through not knowing what you got and dealing with all that. So, I mean, it just depends on your pockets.
I think built, not bought, is overrated. I think I'm definitely in over my head. I think when you start they tell you like one screw costs this much. I'm like, how can one screw cost that much? And can I get the cheaper screws? Will they still hold the car together?
No. Versus you can just spend $50K and buy one that's already been done, or spend $100K to get to the same point that is that $50K. I think the internet making people believe that.
But see, the problem with that is the other thing. I just watched a video a little while ago. Man, shops. And I wanted to do like segments on shop horror stories, but I really don't want to throw shops under the bus. But in some cases, they probably need to be thrown under the bus. I seen a car today with so much Bondo on it that you probably seen it. I'm gonna send it to you when we get off of here. But it was taking a hammer and breaking the Bondo off the car. It was like ridiculous.
I saw that.
And the car probably was a very nice looking car. But when they breaking it off to try and paint it and getting that Bondo, it was like the Bondo was this thick that they was breaking off.
Like,
and
how you even had the
that's
time
the
to
thing that even
put
scares you
much on
about buying a car. Right.
Yeah,
that's the thing that even scares you about buying a car.
True. So that, I mean, it's kind of like, I guess you got to know what you're buying too, because 9 times out of 10, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then I think what happened with the shops is they so scared to turn down the money that they negotiate, and then they shortcut to fill in for the negotiation that they took.
Well, that's a good way to. I think there are some amazing shops out there. I think it's some shops that like are doing their thing. I've had the pleasure of having some shop owners on, and they're really stand-up guys. But he said it right. Like you said, deposit junkies. They taking deposits And have you heard? And maybe it's just me, but have you heard of people having people cars for 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 years? Like, how can you?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
How can you call yourself a shop and hold somebody's car for 2 and 3 years working on it?
Yeah, I don't understand that because it shouldn't be no amount of work you can do to take that long, unless you didn't get all your money, which means you should have either A, told them to come get their car, or turned them away from the beginning.
Right. Now that's what
a lot of times people.
There are a lot of shops that say, "Well, they didn't pay all their money, but why you still got their car?"
Yeah, because you shouldn't use that space to put in a car that somebody do have that money.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
well,
some people. I've seen a shop with pretty much a graveyard in the back of it.
Well,
I ain't gonna call no names.
Luckily, yeah, we ain't gonna say that. We gonna leave that out. But I really didn't have. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
Oh no, I was laughing. Big dreams with flat pockets. Yeah.
That's me. I'm big dreams with flat pockets. That's me. I got what it is. I got caviar taste with a tuna fish budget.
That's right. You say you won't have oil pressure in 2025.
2025. That's my speed. Like, that's why people don't have to even keep asking me how you, like, literally every day somebody asks me how your car coming along, what kind of motor you putting in it, blah blah blah. So I just started when your car gonna be ready. So I just started saying 2025. That way, that eliminate them from asking me. I ain't under no pressure. The reality is the body work is almost done. I've already picked out the paint from Hot Shots. They gave me a specialty signature color paint. I'm still trying to figure out who I'm gonna have do the interior, and I pretty much have it narrowed down who I'm gonna have do the motor and trans. So the car is pretty much gonna be on a world tour.
Oh, that's cool though. Everybody put their hands in it. Your car's
I don't want it to have to be. I don't want it to have to be.
That's budget friendly though.
Yeah, but the transport is gonna cost a lot. Oh, so if anybody wants to transport my car all around the country, on my two. I like the girl. But anyway, that was really all I had. I didn't have any other questions. I just wanted to make sure that we got you on, and I knew that Monday was the best day for you. So I wanted to make sure that we got you on, and you know, Savannah was able to stand up.
Yeah, we coming.
You still ain't gonna tell me what kind of car and what kind of motor?
Nah, I'm gonna just tell you the context clues is sometimes something happen like that. See the way my bank account is set up.
I'm gonna keep asking. Like how them people do me, I'm gonna keep asking. Well, thank you so much. 2025. There you go, to 2025.
Yeah.
I appreciate you joining today, and then just don't forget to save the live